So we are on our last custom report, and this one is going to be completely from scratch. We are going to go into Create, and we are going to choose a blank report. And then over in our field list, we're going to click on Show All Tables. And then we're going to expand Technicians. And we're going to start by left dragging the Tech ID field into the top left corner of our report. Then what we're going to do is right click on that, go to Layout, and we're going to indicate Stack. And this is a better layout for what we want because we're going to be showing the technician and their various certifications. So what we're going to do next is pull in the first name, and that is going to go below the very first technician there. And then you'll kind of see what it does. It just kind of puts it below each one. And then after we do first name, we're going to do last name. So we're going to put that below our very first one. And at this point, we've got their ID, got their first name, we've got their last name. Now at this point, we're going to put in a little tab control to the right of our first technician. We're going to click on Tab. And then when you see the little pink bar to the right of 01, this is where we're going to click. And they would like us to make a little adjustment to this. So we are going to right click in that control that we just added. We're going to point to Layout, and we're going to say Remove Layout. Now let me undo so you can see what that did. So we right click, Layout, and Remove Layout. And you'll notice those dashed lines that were below are now gone. Kind of a subtle little change. There are a couple more fields that we need to add. We're going to add the home phone and the cell phone, and they will go below last name. So I'm going to drag in the home phone and the cell phone. And then we're going to kind of resize this tab area, hopefully. So let's try double clicking on the page. There we go. And now we can resize it. And they basically want it aligned with cell phone. So as close as you can get to that is fine. And then they want us to add a field from the tech skills table to the tab control object that we just resized. And then we need to change the control to a list box. So first step, click the plus sign next to tech skills. Then we're going to select certifications. And we're going to select the field name itself. And we're going to drag that to that very first page in our tab control there. And that's going to list the technician's certifications. Now we would like this to display as a list box. So to change the way that it's being displayed, I'm going to right click on it. And we're going to go down to change to, hopefully. Let me select it here. And in order for this to work, let me click away a minute. You have to just get the text box control by itself. When we first added this, the label and the text box are selected. You can't change it to a list box when that happens. So you have to kind of click away and just select the text box by itself. And now we can right click, go to change to, and change it to a list box. And actually that is a much more user-friendly display than what we had before. Our next little step is going to be to put a little hyperlink down here at the bottom. So what we're going to do is click on the hyperlink button, and then we're going to click, it should go right below certifications here. So let's click right there. And for the text that we want displayed, this will be the text that's going to serve as the link. We want Cisco certifications. Okay. And then for the actual web address, this is rather lengthy. And we want to be very careful how we key this in. Wow, what a long address. Typically web addresses do not have any spaces. Make sure you don't put any spaces in there. And you definitely don't want a typo. So I'm going to go ahead and click OK. And then you'll notice that I can't quite see all of my text. Whoop. So I want Cisco certification by itself here. Let's see if I can get that a little bit wider. There we go. All right, so that's our first page. Now we're going to click on the second page. And they want us to delete this one. So we're simply going to right click and delete it. Now, they would like us to make a couple of additional changes to the existing page that we have left. And they want us to double click right on page. They have XX, mine says 22. And we need to go into our format ribbon. They want us to change the shape. And what they would like is this little snip with a single corner. And we're going to go into properties. So let's select page here, design, and then we're going to go into properties. And we're going to do a little caption for this. And let's see. Yep. Let me click just on page all by itself. Yep. Want to make sure you just click on page by itself. Then you can easily find caption. And what they would like us to display is technicians certifications. Now it's a little more user-friendly than page 22. And we're going to close out of that. Now for this column with our data, what I'm going to do is click on it, and then I'm going to right click and select the entire column. And they want us to make this transparent. So we're going to go into format, and then we're making the outline transparent. So we're going to click on outline, and we're going to choose transparent. And at this point, we're going to save and call this thing Tech Certifications. And then let us switch over to report view. So you can kind of see what this looks like. And now we're going to go back to design view. And basically we want to make sure that the tab key moves to the technician's last name first, and then to the first name. So we're going to change the tab order just a little bit. So let's go into design and click on tab order. So this is the current order. And we are going to move last name. Let's see, last name up. That should be first, followed by first name. And basically I'm pointing using the selector arrow to select, and then I'm left dragging. Then we've got our home phone and cell phone. And then they want the tab, and the tech ID is last. So let's go ahead and click OK. And we're going to save. And we are going to go to report view. And let us see when we press tab what happens. And it is going in the order that we specified, which seems kind of wacky because it's not, not in a vertical order. And we are going to try our Cisco certification hyperlink. Hopefully that'll work. And my default browser is Google, and it did work. Now, if yours says page not found, then there is a problem with your link. And you're going to want to go in and edit that. And you can edit that over in design view. Okay, so if you right click on that, go into hyperlink, you can choose edit and you can fix it. So we are going to add a subform that displays Windows experience. And you want to make sure you do the form with this. So let's click on Subform, Subreport. We're just going to drag this little area to the right here. And that launches the wizard. We need to use an existing report or form. Do not use a table. And then we're going to choose text with Windows 10. And supposedly it's not going to connect based on tech ID. Let's choose none so that we can walk through how they want us to do this. So click on next. What name do you want for your subform? We'll just go ahead and click on finish. Okay. And then once we get in here, at this point, because we said not to link, there is no link right now between the technician and the Windows 10 experience. And let's get rid of this little label up here. So one of the things that they had wanted us to do was to form that link. So we're going to go into the property sheet. I'm going to go into our data tab. And because we said not to link them, the master and the child fields are empty. There is no link right now. However, in order to display the correct information for our technicians, we do need to have the information linked. So what we are going to do is click in the box for link master fields, and then we're going to click on the ellipsis over here. And that displays this little field linker, and it's recognizing that tech ID is in both. And so that's what it's going to link on, and we're going to click OK. And now it will display the correct information for each tag. And let's save this and take a look over in report view. And you can see that it is showing the Windows 10 experience if they have it. And that's exactly what we wanted. Although I do think it would look better if we moved it up just a tad. So let's move that up. Well, actually, you know what we can do? Let's select that and this. I'm going to go into my favorite arrange section. There we go. Save it. Now let's take a look. Yeah, I think that looks a little bit better. Okay, so at this point, we are actually done with this. So you can save it and close it and turn in your database.